strive to not only provide financing, but also technical assistance and training to our small business borrowers. Today, we also opened up this webinar to members of the Yonkers, White Plains, and New Rochelle business improvement districts, as well as to businesses in Ossining. So I'd like to extend a warm welcome to all of you, and thank you for joining us today. Social media is definitely one of the buzzwords in today's world. A large number of people use social media on a personal level to connect with friends, family, and acquaintances. And because so many participants are active on various social media channels, some of the outlets are wonderful opportunities to grow your business and market directly to your target audience. But with so many sites to choose from, it may be a little overwhelming to find out exactly what should you be doing and where to get started. This webinar today will aim at shedding some light on a few of the possible social media sites, specifically on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, LinkedIn, and Pinterest. We are very fortunate today to have Marvin Vasquez with us today. Welcome, Marvin, again, an expert in the field of social media, and he will lead us through the presentation in just a couple of minutes. Marvin is the founder of Multi-Marketing USA. His company focuses on website design as well as branding and marketing. He offers a range of different products to small businesses to assist them in establishing an online presence, and I'm going to have Marvin give you a little more of a detailed overview in just a few minutes. Thanks again, Marvin, for your time and for your willingness to share your expertise. We really appreciate it.
You're welcome, Simone.
I do also want to welcome my colleagues who are on the call today, Holly Perlowitz and Mary Ann Grossman. Thanks for starting your day early with us. Both recently joined the team at Community Capital, and they're listening in to just get a picture of some of the training opportunities that the company offers. As a nonprofit, we rely heavily on outside funders to be able to provide quality training opportunities and support to small businesses in the Hudson Valley. Today's webinar is in part brought to you through the generosity of Citibank, and we truly appreciate their support. Thanks to Citibank again for being a partner to small businesses. Before we get started, I do just want to take a quick minute to walk you through the technology. I hope that everybody can hear me by now. As I mentioned earlier, you have two options. You can either listen in on your phone lines. You should have received dial-in information with the sign-up email, or you can listen in on your computer. With the computer, you might not be able to interact if you don't have a microphone later on once we unmute all the participants. Even if we don't have a large number of people attending, I am muting everybody for the duration of the webinar just so we can hear the presentation clearly. If you do have any questions, problems, or concerns, you can use the chat or question boxes that show up on your GoToWebinar screen on the right-hand side. Type those questions in and send them to me. We'll interrupt the presentation at a couple points in time to answer those questions and just to keep some sort of dialogue going. At the end of the session, I will take everybody off of mute so we can have a bit of interaction and actual live discussion to answer any further questions you might have. Another thing that we did to make the presentation a little more interactive is we have poll questions throughout the presentation where we ask you for your personal experiences. The answers to those questions are completely anonymous. So we do ask you to just answer those using your mouse and clicking the appropriate box. I'm going to switch over the controls in screen view to Marvin in a moment, so I hope you'll have some patience with me if things don't go quite as smoothly as I'm hoping for. With that, I think we covered the basics. I hope you'll enjoy the webinar and we'll be able to utilize the information. Marvin, let's get started, hopefully. Here we go.
Okay. Good morning, everyone, and thank you for being here in an early morning. It's not that early anymore. Okay.
Okay. I think people should be able to see your screen now.
Okay. So, are you able to see my screen now?
Yes.
Simone? Okay.
Yep.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Marvin Vasquez, and I'm the founder and owner of Multi-Marketing USA. We're a social media marketing company. We, as Simone said, we do website design, search engine optimization, anything that has to do with branding in the internet we do. And we also combine traditional marketing with non-traditional marketing, which is the internet marketing. So we're gonna be talking today about social media and is it important to your business? That's a question that every business owner asks themselves. Should I be investing time? Should I be investing money in social media and why. So hopefully today I'm able to answer some of those questions that you probably have as a business professional or a business owner. And we're going to get into details. We'll be talking about different type of social sites that I believe that are the main social sites businesses should be concentrating, and we'll get into details of why these are important. And I'm going to be using Multi-Marketing USA as an example to show you why being in these social sites it's important for us and for any business out there that is looking to brand themselves and get the word out in a low cost and effective way. Okay, so as we start the presentation, the question is social media really is important for my business, right? And but before we get into these details, I'm gonna tell you a little bit about my background in the industry. I started my first e-commerce website in 2003. We were selling electronic goods to North America and Latin America, and the website that we started with was sendcyber.com, and now it's no longer an e-commerce website. It's now more of a blog posting site, which is it's only being used to generate news about local businesses and Google AdSense. And in 2007, I created a social site, just like Facebook, in a very lower level, just to communicate with friends and family members. And the name of that site was meetsendsiver.com, and that also is no longer available as a social site because Facebook just became that much popular. In 2009, I started consulting clients for internet marketing and website development, and this is where I started. I said that I looked at the industry and I saw that the industry was shifting to this type of marketing, and I knew that local businesses were having a lot of questions and they didn't know the how-to of how to take advantage of this new media for their business, and that's where I started getting more involved with clients dealing face-to-face with this type of internet marketing and website development. And in 2009 through 2010, I've been developing several websites, personal websites that I started using for Google AdSense. And Google AdSense is it's an advertising platform that Google uses. I'm pretty sure you've seen it where you put where you searching for something on Google and you see the ads on the side and on the top. Well, those are part of the Google AdSense platform, and we were creating these websites just to generate some traffic and income through this Google AdSense. And in 2011, I founded Multi-Marketing USA, and I went for sure that this was something that I really enjoyed doing, and this was something that I saw that there's a future within this industry to make a business out of it. So decided to found Multi-Marketing USA, and that same year we became certified as part of the Google Agency program. And what that is it allows us to create AdWords campaigns for clients, and that's something that we needed at that time, just because we were dealing a lot with clients that were investing their money, and they're still investing money on pay-per-click campaigns, and if you're using Google AdWords as a way of promoting your business, you know that they can become effective if you do it the right way. And between 2011 and 2012, I've been speaking to BNI groups about in New York City about social media marketing, website development, search engine optimization, website optimization, and everything that has to do with internet marketing and branding. I've been having several invitations to BNI groups, which BNI is pretty much a networking group in several places in New York City and throughout the country. But basically, my meetings have been in New York City. Okay, and I'm also a proud member of the Social Media Club in New York, and we meet once a month. All these everyone that's involved in the internet marketing arena comes together once a month and talks about what's working, what's not, and it's a really good group because you're able to find out what's working in other areas, and you're able to implement that. We have been able to implement those things that we were not aware of with our clients. And yes, I've spoken to hundreds of business owners about improving their visibility online and implementing different internet marketing strategies. And this is something, just a little bit of my background in this industry. And I hope this gives you a little bit of feedback of who I am and why I'm capable of providing this information and talking about social media marketing as we're going to do today. So with no less, if anyone has any questions, I mean, you could ask a question now, or we could just go ahead and proceed with the presentation.
Yeah, we don't have any questions so far, so let's just jump right in.
Very good. Okay, so why is social media important for my business, or is it important for my business? Yes, no, maybe. The answer is yes. I mean, and the reason why? Well, there's a couple of reasons. I try to be a little bit funny in this, but just because everyone is doing it, exactly, because everyone is doing it, you're able to get the feel that if everyone is doing it, whether that's from the younger generations to the older generation, you know that there's something out there, and there's something that is not going away. There's no longer a buzz in the industry. It's something that is a must, and we'll get into the details about stats of why it's something that you should be doing in constantly for your business, right? Reason number two is because people like branding. People love companies that are branding themselves, and what do I mean by that is that people love companies that are showing in every place that they're attending, right? So just I put this cartoon here, but it's a little funny, but that's what companies are doing now. I mean, we've seen it all along with Coca-Cola, right? Coca-Cola, it's been branding themselves since day one, and everyone knows when you see a polar bear, you know that you're most likely going to see a Coca-Cola bottle next to it, right? So that's reason number two. People love to brand. People love brands, and that's why it's important for your business and you as a professional as well to keep branding yourself online and on social media. Now, reason number three is to distance yourself from the bad apples, right? What do I mean by this? Is a lot of companies out there just do as little as possible as they can. by you doing a little bit more, meaning being on these social media sites, you're making yourself a little bit different from the rest, right? Because not everyone has the time or wants to put the time to at least have a profile on these social media sites. Reason number four, everyone loves a community, right? Everything is a community. And as we see now, Community Capital New York Community Capital Resource is providing you with a presentation with information about your business, right? And by you being part of this community, you're able to be part of this presentation today, right? And the same thing happens with social media. When you're part of a community, people tend to talk about you, talk about you in a good way, just because you're part of that same community they're part of. So if they're more likely to talk to you about, you know, anything or ask you questions just because you're within that community. So those are the top 4 reasons why I believe social media, it's important for businesses and for professionals or for people in general. Now, the top social sites that I will be talking to you guys today is these top 5, and the reason I picked them is because they're the most popular and they're the ones that are getting the most traffic online, right? And we'll get into details of why these companies are getting the most traffic and why you should be in them, in every single one of them. Okay.
Maybe
So
we'll take that and just launch our really first poll real quick. I'm just trying to find out, are people right now using social media or not? So you should see the poll on your screen right now. You can pick one of those options. And then once a few people have voted, we'll share the results on the screen. I'll let you know, Marvin, what those results are, and we can move on from there.
Okay. Very good. And tell me if I'm going too fast, because I tend to talk like a sometimes.
So far it's good.
Okay.
No questions. So people are still following, and it's all good. Okay, so I think we have enough people who voted. So we have our results in there. Oh, let me see if I can get to my screen. Ooh, not good. Okay, see? This is when I hope you have patience with me. Okay, so we have 60% of people already using social media for their business. 40% are not.
Okay.
So let's see if we can get those 40% on board.
Yes, and I'm pretty sure after we conclude the presentation, they're going to have a good reason of being in social media, especially in the ones we're going to be talking today.
Yeah. Okay, so we're back to your presentation, Marvin.
Okay. So today we're going to get into talking about the facts of Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitter, YouTube, and the last one I'm leaving Pinterest for the last because it's the newest one out there and the most and the one that's breaking lots of records right now, and we'll get into those details as well. So let's start with Facebook, right? Why is Facebook important? Because 1 out of every 5 page being viewed online is coming from Facebook, meaning that 1 of every 5 people searching online and viewing something in the internet is coming to Facebook. So that's an eye-opener, because what does that tell us? Locally, if you're a local business, right, you know that 1 out of 5 local consumers is going into Facebook at one point throughout the day, right? So that's something that gives us enough reason to be on Facebook, to create a fan page, not a personal profile of your business, but a fan page, because that's a page that's going to be promoting, you're going to be promoting within Facebook, right? And another reason that there's 845 million monthly active users. And that's huge. It's having a database of people that are using something, and all you have to do is find a way of getting in front of them within this platform. You have 100 billion connections, right, including with friends and family members. That's part of the platform capability that Facebook provides to each user. And in the bottom, you see where all the users are coming from throughout the world. You see that North America, Latin America, and in Europe are the most popular ones using Facebook now. Okay, another Facebook stat is 250 million photos are being uploaded daily. That's amazing. And 2.7 billion likes are being liked every single day. And why is that important? Because if you have a fan page and someone likes it, not only they're going to get all the information that you're putting on your fan page, but their friends are also going to get they're going to be able to see your status as well. So that's something that it gives you more of an outreach when it comes to branding yourself and marketing yourself or your business. 37 million pages with 10 plus likes, meaning that there's fan pages out there or pages out there that are more than 10 plus. So that means that there's an active group of business or business professionals using Facebook as a media to generate more clients or just get the word out there about their business, right? And 425 million mobile users. That's I mean, mobile users are just taking over the desktop users. They already surpassed the amount of desktop users in the world. So being in this platform is a must for any business, right? And another huge thing is 57% of the users are females. Now, if you have a service or a product that is driven to this gender, then you have a big probability that you're going to hit that a female within your marketing or for your business product or whatever you're trying to brand online. Okay, and another interesting fact is that 20 minutes is being spent for every visit. Not every day, it's just every visit that someone is going to Facebook. They're actually spending 20 minutes of their life just being in this platform, and that gives a little bit of for me, it's like, wow. I mean, if you're having your company or your profile page of your business on Facebook, you're very likely in a local area that someone locally will like your page and hopefully get to spread the word within your same the same platform, right?
Marvin, we just got a request from somebody to speak up a little more. I think maybe maybe
okay.
the volume is getting a little lower.
Okay, how about now? Can you hear me better?
I can. I hope.
Okay. Now, why Facebook? And this is the second reason of being in Facebook, right? Because it's search engine friendly, and this is what I mean by that. When you're branding your business online, social media is a very important tool to use, and this is why, right? Because if you go to Google, and we're going to use Multi-Marketing USA as an example, right? Out of 22 million documents with the words multi-marketing and USA. Now, of course, our website is on the first spot, right? But on the second spot of the first page of Google, you'll see the Facebook fan page, right? And that just tells you the importance of social media, that the importance of how search engines are qualifying or justifying social media for everything. Just because here what it does to us is, if anyone is looking for information on Multi-Marketing USA and they see that we're on Facebook and we have, we're the top 2 positions on the first page of Google, automatically they're thinking, okay, this is a real company, and this is a company that it's in the communities that I belong to, meaning the social sites that I belong to. So as you can see, as an example, we're in the second spot. It's a social media link, right, which is Facebook. That's another important reason why you should be in Facebook, because it helps you brand your business. I mean, if someone is looking for restaurants, right, and you have a Facebook fan page of your restaurant, you will see that there's they will see another result besides your domain or your website link, right? Can you hear me clear now?
Yes, I think it got much better. As we're moving into Twitter, let me launch another poll just to ask if people are on Twitter or not.
Okay.
So again, if you could just click the answers on the screen, and I will share it once a few people have voted. We shall see. Okay, we got 56% responses in. Let's see if we can get a couple more, and then we'll see. Okay, so not a lot of people on Twitter yet. 80% are a no. So let's see if we can convince them.
I'm sorry?
Go ahead. Go ahead. We're back to your presentation. There's about 80% are not on Twitter. Only 20% are.
Okay, good. Well, after this, you will be in Twitter. All 100% of you. And you know, you don't. When you're in social media and you're thinking, you don't have to be there 24/7, and that's the beauty about just having a complete profile on each of these social media sites, right? You don't have to be there. Just take 1 minute of your time daily and post something or talk about something. That's it. You don't have to be there. And if, of course, if someone asks a question, make sure you answer that question back. But you don't have to spend your life in social media and think that you're going to waste your time just in these type of sites. No, you don't have to. And now we're going to get into Twitter and some of the facts, right? There's over 465 million accounts, and if you see in the map, the top 3 countries are the United States, Brazil, and Japan. Now, so Twitter was started more for celebrities or people that had a public presence, right? And they were the ones that were taking more advantage of the Twitter platform, but everyone realized that Twitter is also a platform to communicate, you know, back and forth with clients. I don't know if anyone's familiar with the company Zappos. They were the company that sold shoes online, and they were using this platform as their customer service platform. So every client that had a question about their products or their shipping, everything was being dialogued through Twitter, right? And that platform, that company just made a huge impact on how to use this platform as a business. So there's a lot of things that you could do within Twitter as well, and we'll talk a little bit more about that afterwards. Okay. There's
Marvin,
I'm sorry?
I think we have one more comment that the volume is low again, so maybe we'll have to speak up again. And I actually received one question. As a social media consultant, shouldn't you spend most of your time on these sites in order for your brand to be relevant?
Yes. Yes and no. It all depends. If there's if you're providing information for me as a consultant, what I'll do is if I find something interesting within the industry, I'll post it. If there's something that I find interesting that someone posts, I will ask a question, and that's the way I will communicate. But to answer the question, I don't have to be there 24/7. I mean, of course, if we're branding someone and we're providing that client a service for branding their business, then we're posting in a daily basis, right? So I hope that answered the question.
Okay, thanks.
Okay, the next fact that is interesting is 175 million tweets per day. So that says that there's millions of people be using this platform on a daily basis, right? There's 1 million accounts being added every single day in Twitter. So this platform just keeps growing and growing on a daily basis. And here you can see a timeline of Twitter. It started in 2006, and you can see everything that has been changing throughout, throughout the years. See a little bit of the co-founders, the top 3 countries being that are using Twitter will be the U.S., Brazil, and Japan again. And how are people accessing Twitter? You can see here they're using Twitter clients, meaning a specific tool for Twitter mobile applications, or they just go into the twitter.com page and just adding their tweets there. Okay. Interesting facts about how Twitter is making money and why this is important. Well, the projected revenue that they have for 2012 is $259 million, and that just doubles in 2 years as projected revenue in advertising for 2014. Means that there's going to be a ton of advertising being made through Twitter itself, and this is coming from Infographic Labs, right? The company that provides these stats. And another interesting fact: 11 Twitter accounts are created every second, and it's just a tool that is it's being used for communicating back and forth, which is basically what social media is. Communicating and making and building a relationship with your local consumers, right? But I will show you why is another reason why your business should have a Twitter account, and this is why, right? We're using Multi-Marketing USA again, and you'll see that Twitter will be the 3rd result on the Google search, right? And just having your presence on Twitter starts to brand your company, right? Just if anyone is searching for your business and they start seeing that, okay, Multi-Marketing USA here, Multi-Marketing USA here on the second part, the same, they're on Facebook, Twitter. So you get the idea. You start branding your business online without, these are just links that are provided there for you if you're able to just make a profile on Twitter and just, yeah, like I said, you don't have to be there 24/7, but if you do it once in a while and start communicating, just adding information about your industry or your interests, you start generating some feedback within the platform. Okay, the next platform of social media that we're going to be talking about is LinkedIn, right? And why LinkedIn is important, because in LinkedIn you're able to find people that are professionals that you want to work with, and you can use it as a way of generating new employees, or as a professional, you're able to put your business out there to professionals that are already in the same industry as you.
Marvin, I did launch another poll, sorry, about LinkedIn,
okay,
just to see who's on LinkedIn already and not. So go ahead, sorry.
Mm-hmm. Are you launching the poll now?
Yes, it's on the screens now. I'll let you know in a minute what the results are. We had another request to speak up again, so I'm not sure if it's maybe a volume issue on the participant end, but maybe we'll just try and keep it up.
Okay, I have full volume. I don't know if
right.
we're having a problem with the.
I can hear you clearly, so that's why I'm kind of wondering it might be an
maybe
issue on the other end.
Okay.
So I'm sharing the results right now. We have 80% already on LinkedIn. So LinkedIn, I guess, is a little more popular with people, and people are maybe more familiar with it.
Yes.
Okay, go ahead. Back to your presentation.
Well, since everyone's using LinkedIn, then that's great. The 20%, you got to get on there, right? Okay. And then some of the facts with LinkedIn, as you can see in the front of your screen, 135 million members in over 200 countries. Now this is huge, right? Because the outreach that you could do with internationally, it's amazing. You can reach out to millions of people outside the United States, and just connect with business professionals within your industry. Now, if you're a local business, how can you use it? Well, you know, it's just a matter of having a presence on a social site that, as a group right now, 80% of us are using LinkedIn, right? So why not just have a profile in LinkedIn for your business and yourself, and just, you know, try to connect and just be there for the people that are, if one day they decide to, or they run into your business, you're there already, right? And they will find you easily.
We had one comment from somebody saying, Marvin, I think it is as well important to join groups within your industry. Do you agree?
I agree. I totally agree. If you join groups, ask questions, then you start becoming that, you start becoming an active user within LinkedIn, and LinkedIn loves that, right? And not only LinkedIn loves that, but your business will love it too, because you're out there asking questions, joining groups within your industry, and you would just expand quicker within this LinkedIn platform. So yes, I totally agree. You should be joining groups, because groups could be local as well, and that will bring a huge impact on you in your business as well. Okay. Another fact is, just give me 1 second. 2 new members are joining every second in LinkedIn, right? That's very very good when it comes to a platform that is generating, you know, more users in a daily basis. You have USA leads memberships at more than 57 million, and Europe has more than 34 million users. So the impact you could do even in a local level, it's huge. And here it just tells you a little bit of how you use LinkedIn, you know, to explore opportunities, establish your professional profile, and make sure you have a completed profile within LinkedIn, right? Because a lot of people just think that they create a half profile on any of the social sites and they're done. And that's another thing. You want to make sure when a social site is asking for a completed profile, to make sure you complete it 100%, because you let that social site know that you're ready to do business, right? And they really like when a profile is done 100%, and they start putting your profile out there in other areas as well. Is the sound clearer now and louder?
Yep, I think it's fine.
Okay. And here's just a little bit of an example of how to use LinkedIn. You as a person, or you as a business, right? As a person, you're able to connect with companies that are in your interest. As a company, you're able to connect with those people that are professionals, and you're able to connect with people that are already doing business, or are looking for businesses to work with, which is will be your business, right? And this will give you a little bit of a feedback of how many Americans are using social media. And, you know, 10.2 million people in the United States are using LinkedIn to connect with people. And you see Facebook and Twitter. So these are top 3 social media sites that people are using to connect within the United States, right? Okay, and another reason why, I mean, I didn't make this up, but you know, just doing a Google, I took these screenshots because I said, you know, this is a perfect explanation of why social media is important to us, right? On the 4th slide, you see LinkedIn, and it's another social media site. So how is this helping Marketing USA? Well, it's helping it in branding. Just here, we're populating 40% of that first page of Google, right? Google throws out 10 results per page, and we already have 4 results within the first page of Google. So that's another reason why LinkedIn is it's important for businesses or business professionals to be in.
Okay. We do have one more comment on LinkedIn that says if your profile is not 100%, sometimes groups do not accept your request because they deem you a spammer. So that's another good reason to complete your profile. So I guess it's not a question, just a comment.
Very good. Yes, okay. That is very true. I mean, if you don't do the 100% of the profile, a lot of the groups out there, a lot of the great groups out there that have active administrators are not going to accept you. So very good. I agree.
Right. So I do have another poll on the next subject, YouTube, and I did get one more request to speak up, but I also got feedback from somebody else that the volume is fine. So I'm wondering, for the one participant that has issues with the volume, maybe there is a way to turn up the volume on your phone or on your speakers, or maybe switch on your external speakers on the computer. Okay, so here comes the YouTube poll. Again, it's just, is your business on YouTube or not? YouTube is probably a little tricky because you first have to create some content for the business before you can actually participate there as a business. So let's see. Yeah, nobody's on YouTube yet.
Okay.
So let's see.
After this, we all have to be in YouTube in one way or another, and I'll show you. I mean, there's so many ways of being in YouTube, and people think that you need to spend thousands of dollars to create a commercial, and no, it's not like that. I will show you a way of how to just be on YouTube without spending that much money. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. A little bit about YouTube. YouTube is you know, this just tells you a little bit of the history behind YouTube. Chad Hurley, Steve Chen, and Joe Karim are the founders of YouTube, and we all know that the idea originated because they wanted to share videos from family and friends, and these guys came up with the idea, and what a great idea, right? They sold it to Google for $1.65 billion, which is the cost of 5 Airbus, which is the largest passenger airliner in the world. So, I mean, just imagine, why did Google make this investment? Well, they thought, okay, now that we're the #1 site in the world that people search in, now we want the website that is doing everything visual, and it's attracting millions of users in a daily basis, which was YouTube, right? So it was a smart investment, and we'll talk more a little bit about why that is important. Okay, here you can see the stats. I mean, Google, of course, the #1 most visited page according to Alexa. Alexa is a ranking website that ranks the per visits in a daily basis for each website in the world. I mean, you could have your page being tracked by Alexa as well. So you see Google is #1, Facebook is #2, and YouTube is #3, right? So it's the 3rd most visited according to the Alexa website. The first video uploaded was me at the zoo by one of the founders, and the most popular video is by Lady Gaga, right? The Bad Romance. Now, this is huge for everyone, right? Because everyone looking for exposure. Of course, locally we'll get into the details of why or how you could also generate traffic through in a local level, but 78% of the traffic is being used by outside the United States. Meaning, if you have a product or a service that could be distributed worldwide, this is a platform that you should be using because of all the potential that you have, right? There's 2 billion views per day. It's it's like the whole world is watching a video, you know, on a daily basis. And you can see the age groups of who's using Facebook, YouTube. I'm sorry, and you see that the age group from 18 to 34 is the most is the age group that is using most YouTube, and all these stats are good because if you're setting up ad campaigns within the YouTube platform, you're able to target these groups if your product or service is being targeting this age group, right? So that it's another reason why YouTube is so important. Now, 10% of the internet traffic is being generated through YouTube. That's 1 of every 10 pages. It's being generated through the internet, through YouTube, right? 900 seconds is the average time an internet user spends on YouTube. That equals, I believe, around 15 minutes. So that's a lot of time, right? An average video is 2 minutes and 46 seconds. And you can see the rest of the stats here. 829,440 videos are uploaded every single day. That's amazing. And
we have another comment. So in order to stand out within all this, this huge amount of videos, how do you get people to actually see your videos? Is the key to that tagging?
Well, a lot of the if you're a local business, what you have to concentrate is on your local consumers, right? And how do you do that? Well, the important part when you're creating a short video within YouTube is try to keep the content local, right? And what I mean by that is on the title, make sure that you have a location, and on the title you also want to have the product or service you're promoting. So for a restaurant, let's take a restaurant as an example, right? Italian restaurant in Westchester, New York, right? That would be the title for that video. Or if you want to get into more specific of that locality, you could say Italian restaurant in White Plains, New York. Something like that. Should be this way. When someone is searching online, you're most likely to get the video in front of that person searching for an Italian restaurant in White Plains, and search engines like Google and Yahoo and Bing will credit a lot of that to the video's titles. So I hope that answered the question.
Yeah, thanks.
Okay. And 24 hours of videos are uploaded every minute. So that's crazy. I mean, someone is using a lot of the videos out there. Yes, I agree. They're not that interesting, right? But there's videos out there that they are. I mean, if you look at the videos from TED, I don't know if you're familiar with TED. It's a site that it's an educational site. If they're there, it's a reason, because they know that there's traffic being generated through Google, right? So if you see a competitor, just do a search on YouTube and just put your business industry with a locality and see who's coming up. I mean, that's a good way of seeing who's doing it or who's not doing it, who's taking advantage of this platform and who's not taking advantage of this platform, right? Okay, and another reason why, look, our fifth slot is YouTube, right? So YouTube, there's a video of Multi-Marketing USA that is showing there, and now we just branded Multi-Marketing USA to 50% of the first page of Google. So when someone is searching for us online, we're already branded on that first page of Google. So what does that give, or what does that show the prospect or whoever's searching online for us, is that we're actually out there and we're actually creating content for within our business, for our business. So that's another reason why you should have somewhat of a content presence in YouTube. Okay, and I don't know if you want to do
Yes.
the next poll.
Do the last poll. Is your business on Pinterest? And we actually had a comment beforehand from somebody saying that they're on all the other sites but not on Pinterest yet, because I think this is one of the newer sites and people
Yes.
are just not quite sure yet how to use it or how it works.
Okay.
So let's see.
We'll get into details on that, and I'm not going to go into full details of how to use Pinterest, but I'll give you a basic idea of how to use it, right? So why Pinterest? And this is going to be the social sites of social sites, I believe. I mean, it's just breaking records right now. So if we see Pinterest hit 10 million U.S. monthly unique visitors, faster than any independent site in history. So just that alone, it's amazing on a social site that just keeps getting, you know, huge attention through the media and through every other media outlet out there. Right? On the left side, you can see how many brands are using Pinterest. You know, Whole Foods is using it, The Gap is using it, Lowe's is using it, UNICEF is using it. So it tells us that, you know, companies already jumped into the Pinterest, you know, ship. So
from that poll, nobody's actually using Pinterest yet. So
okay, well,
let's see.
now it's just a matter of creating a profile and start using Pinterest, and they do have Pinterest is one of the easiest social sites you're going to use. Why? Because it's driven by images, right? And now you can even use videos as well. But start with your images. Everyone in their business, whether they're promoting a product or a service, have some type of pictures or images of their business. So if you're a restaurant and you're putting pictures of food plates, you could add those on Pinterest. And the interesting thing is that you're able to generate so much traffic just by the Pinterest visitors that are going there in a daily basis. So this is a social media that's we're gonna learn more about it, but I recommend for you to just, you know, create a profile in there and start seeing how to use it. It's very simple. It's all driven by images, like I said. Okay, 1 out of every 5 Facebook connected on Facebook connected users, 1 out of 5 Facebook users is doing Pinterest in a daily basis, right? Which is more than 2 million members. So daily users have increased by more than 145% since the start of 2012. So if you see the track record of other social media at this level, at the same level, LinkedIn, Google Plus are in the same. YouTube, it's a little bit more, but Pinterest it just took off. And one thing that we talked earlier, everyone loves a community, right? So if they see that a local provider, it's on a social network as Pinterest, they say, oh great, you know, I know this business, I know this service. They're more likely to connect with you, right? So that's why Pinterest it's an important tool to be in it. Okay.
Can I just ask you a basic question? I don't know anything about Pinterest. So if I am a business and I create my profile on Pinterest, do I share my own pictures? How do I get other people to pick up my things? I guess
Yes,
that's the idea, right? That other people see what I post and then they share it on their
exactly.
pin boards or whatever it's called?
Hmm. When you're sharing a picture of yourself or your business, it goes into the Pinterest platform, and there you could either make it public, which I recommend making it public. This way, it's out there to the masses, right? And
Mm-hmm.
then people will start clicking. If it's driven by images, so if there's an image that interests someone, they're going to click on it, and the idea is to have that image linked back to your website or any other um, site that you want that image to be connected with, right?
Okay.
So that's the idea, to have those images up there and just share those images with everyone. Because
Okay.
what you want is brand your business, right? So
Mm-hmm.
that's how you're using this tool as well.
Okay.
And these are some of the reasons why we talked about it earlier. And now, I don't know if you have another poll, but
Nope. No more polls.
okay.
Hold on.
Yes?
No, we don't have any more polls.
Okay, okay. So now, what do I do now, you might be asking, right? Well, my recommendations is to plan a strategy, right, of how you're going to implement all these profiles and take time to create them and work on them. And the second thing you should be doing is sit down and create a marketing plan for your business or your service or your product. Now, you don't have to like I said, spend 24/7 on these social media sites, but spend some time, per week or per month, doing some type of content generating or just including links that are interest within your industry for the people that are following you or friending you. And my number one recommendation would be sign up for every single social site that we have spoken today. And that will just give you a little bit more of an edge within your competition, right? Because a lot of people they don't know. A lot of people don't know how to do it. And most of you that are here, if 80% of us already created a LinkedIn profile, then it's just a matter of creating another profile. It's very similar, right? So those are my three recommendations for you to do now. And one book that I recommend is the Social Media Marketing for Dummies. It's a tool that gets into very basic language and just explains the reasons and the ways of doing social media marketing for your business. And some of the tools that I recommend is Hootsuite. These are tools that track your social media accounts and tell you who's talking about your business, how do you connect with them, or it's a tool that allows you to connect with whoever's talking or asking questions about your business or about you more easier, right? In just one platform, you have everything of all your other social sites. And going back to Hootsuite, they have a free and paid pricing tool, and the other one would be Sprout Social, which it's a paid tool, and this is just to track the analytics within your social media accounts. This is a little bit more advanced, but if you're really into getting details of your social media, this is something that you should be thinking of having.
So are these sites that kind of track your business as it performs on those social media sites, or are those sites that actually manage your social media sites for you and link things or sync things or whatever?
They're more for tracking your social media. It's not
Okay.
yeah.
So you can get stats from those. Okay.
Exactly.
We do have one more question going back to LinkedIn. Is it a worthwhile expense to get the premium account?
I don't have the premium account, but I have made over 500 plus connections, and for people that are using LinkedIn to connect with other companies, as far as in a more where you want to connect, because LinkedIn, the regular account just gives you a certain amount of connections that you could do, but the premium, if you're looking to connect to a wider audience within LinkedIn, then you should get the premium account. But I still make the connections with just a regular account, and I haven't upgraded yet.
Okay.
I don't know if I will.
Okay. And then we have one more question. Marvin, what do you think about Prezi? I'm not sure how to pronounce it. It's P-R-E-Z-I, which is a web-based presentation. Implementing this into your website, making it more interactive. I find people are visual and seem to focus more on that and entertainment more than anything else. What do you think about that to create traffic to your website?
Okay, what's the name of the?
It's Prezi, Prezi, P-R-E-Z-I.
Prezi, okay. I haven't, would it be something like SlideShare?
I'm not sure. Maybe we can answer that further once we unmute everybody and we can have an actual voice discussion about this.
Now, for this, I haven't, I'm not familiar with Prezi, right?
Okay.
One thing that I also recommend is stick to the well, I mean, we'll talk more into details when that question comes up, but I'll explain afterwards. Okay.
Okay.
And for everyone that's in the call, I'm giving a free complimentary consultation, right? If you want to just sit down and talk about your business and how to get the word out there, I will sit down for an hour with you and just go over what you're looking to do as far as branding, marketing, or whatever you're looking to implement. The number one idea when you're using social media is to connect with your local consumer, right? But at the same time, you want to use social media, for instance, YouTube, to generate generate traffic back to your website, but at the same time start making sales through that type of platform by using that platform. So you get a free complimentary consultation with me. Just give me a call and I'll be happy to sit down with you and talk to you in more deep about your business and how to take advantage of these social sites.
Okay, great. Thanks, Marvin. We appreciate it. So I'm going to unmute all the phones. Now, if you have any more questions, if you want to just discuss anything, you should be able to do so in just a couple moments. We're going to get a lot of chatter. Let's see how this works. Okay, so the phone lines are open.
Hello.
That is okay, so if anybody has questions, go ahead.
I do. Marvin. I was going to ask about the Prezi, which is a web-based presentation. It's fairly new. It is something that you could put onto your website. It's very interactive. I also, like I said, I find that people are more focused on visuals than just, getting the information from Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitter, YouTube. Although those are great social.
Gotta get all these sites set up and then just.
But if you want to take a look, I would definitely take a look at Prezi.
Are we on LinkedIn?
Well, one of the things that I see that it's working very good is having a YouTube video or just a video on the front side of your website, right? And that would be something like what you're telling me. But I will take a look at Prezi and see what I'll find out on that.
Yeah, you can also do that. You can also put it onto your YouTube. I mean, it's something that it's web-based, so it's something that can link to your YouTube and, like I said, to your website as well. And it's very interactive.
Okay. Well, thank you for sharing that with us.
No problem.
Appreciate it.
Okay, any more questions? This is your chance.
Oh, I have another question. I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
Direct marketing, direct mail marketing. What do you think about that?
I think that we could talk, just because we're in the subject of social media, I will, direct marketing depends on what you're using it for. I think it's always going to be an effective way of marketing yourself or your services, right? But the percentage of feedback that you get back from a direct marketing campaign, it varies, right? So it all depends on the product or service you're marketing. But do I think it's a good way of marketing? Yes. I mean, it's more expensive than traditional, than other marketing strategies. But if you could do it, go right ahead.
Thank you.
Yeah.
How about constant contact and Survey Monkey, you know, to kind of do surveys on different types of things that deal with your industry? Do you think that those are as well helpful in assisting you to brand your business?
Well, surveys are more likely when you already have an audience, right? And you're communicating back and forth with that audience. Those surveys are really good. Those surveys are good to know what your current audience is already doing or looking to do, right? By whatever you're providing on those polls. But when it comes to branding, the reason I picked these 5 social media sites is because they're very search engine friendly. As you saw on the results of Google, their search engines just love, you know, a business that is doing social media on these pages. So these are the ones that are the most popular ones, and this is why I picked them. And they're free. I mean, you don't have to. If you're doing it in a constantly basis, you're gonna get great results from it.
Thank you.
Okay, I think Marianne, you had a question?
Marianne.
For some reason, I think they can't. So give me your question, and I'll or you want to come over here? Sorry, hold on.
Okay.
Still less technology.
Hi, this is Marianne. I'm the Development Director at Community Capital. And first of all, thank you, Marvin. This has been really helpful, and thank you for sharing so much information with us. My question is, it's really timely. I am working on our new website that we want to launch in the fall. We're redesigning it. And my question is, because we need to reach out to individuals who are seeking business loans, we're offering a service rather than marketing or branding a product. So what would you recommend among these 5 social media sites as the strongest ones or the best ones to reach out to an audience that needs our services?
I think LinkedIn and YouTube should be the social sites that you guys should be concentrating for your service as a loan provider. I think that if you create short videos with content that tell the story about how your loan could help small businesses, could generate somewhat of more traffic or more attention to that service you're providing. And I think YouTube and LinkedIn, why? Because you're dealing with business professionals already right there. So I think those 2 social sites should be a must for you guys to be concentrating in.
Great. Well, thank you. I did think LinkedIn was probably important, but that's really interesting information that YouTube would be able to perhaps give us a little bit of a jump start.
Yes, and one thing with YouTube is there's a lot of business owners, searching online and for a business owner looking for funding. I mean, there's a lot of traffic that YouTube could generate for something like this.
Great. Thank you very much, Marvin.
You're welcome, Marianne. Hope I answered your question.
Yes, you did. Thanks.
Okay. Thanks again, Marvin. Any more questions? I'll take that as a no.
Okay.
So here is the contact information again for Marvin as well as for myself. If you have any more questions after this webinar, feel free to reach out to us. I am going to also, with your permission, Marvin, share the presentation with everybody via email. We had a question about the book that you recommended.
Yes.
So I thought to just share the whole presentation. That way people have the stats and all the other information as well. Okay?
Very good.
Sounds good. So, well, thanks again, Marvin. Thanks again to Citibank for sponsoring us. And thanks for everybody to participate. And we'll keep you posted if we have any more webinars in the future. Okay?
Excellent.
Thanks, everybody. Have a great day.